Okay, welcome back, Speed Gaming. We have Sparkover here with Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Hello, I'm Sparkover, and I'm going to play a video game for you, and it's going to be fun. So this is Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I think I started playing this about 4 years ago or so. It's been a little while. But yeah, it's pretty much, there's a lovely community around this. There are weekly races. There's usually about 2 tournaments a year. It's very good times. I really enjoy being a part of it, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy my run here. So we're going to start off by naming my character. So the name I choose is the lowercase d. The reason for that is because it gives you strength and HP bonuses. There are other names you can do that, but this is what I have done since the very beginning, so I've just kind of stuck with it. Would you like to give me a countdown as far as going?
Sure. Okay, we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away.
Alright, I did not hit my button on Live Split. Just 1 second here. Where are you, Live Split? There you are. Sorry about that. I had changed my keys the other day for something else, and I forgot to set them up again. So there we go. I remembered the key. Alright, so anyway, pretty much the king is telling us that we need to get the Ball of Light, because that'll get us to save the Dragon Lord. Not save the Dragon Lord, to defeat the Dragon Lord. So let's see, we found some money, we found Erdrick's token, and in this is going to be a key. We're going to check our stats. 10 strength, not too bad to start. We don't have enough money to exit the castle using the return spell. I guess I should check for spells anyway, though, but we don't have any. So with that, we must use our key and leave. So I am going to save my money in hopes of finding a town or anything. I'm just going to save my money. Just because, you know, if we can find like a weapon right away, the optimal weapon to find right away would be the hand axe, because that's what you can buy right away if you get at least 560 gold. But let's see what's outside here. Oh gosh, so there's a cave. Ooh, and in this cave, get a free item. So let's see here. The wings. So that could be good later on if we ever need to return to the castle quickly. Right now doesn't matter so much. There's another cave here. And there's a magician. I don't really want to fight it right now, though. I'm a little weak for that, but I think this magician is very aggressive. So what's here? A cave, dark cave. So this is Swamp Cave South. We're gonna go on an adventure, see what we can find. So Swamp Cave South, if you just do a little loop around there, it's actually a big, long, straight path up once you get past the first little curve there. So here's a rogue scorpion. If it attacks me, it's probably going to kill me. Oh, but it has the hurt spell. So that I have another chance to run away here, and was blocked, and that attack's going to get us. So I think I'm going to reset just in case. That wings that we picked up from the Stones of Sunlight, doesn't matter so much. I can always pick them up later, but for now, I'm going to look around for a town, I think, maybe? I do have this money. 10 strength isn't too bad to start with, but if I could be stronger, that would be nice. So we're going to walk around on these plains tiles. They have the lowest encounter rate. I could fight this ghost, though. I could definitely fight this ghost. Anyway, thank you for all the good luck in chat that is being tossed out to me. I really do appreciate it. We're going to have a lovely time. It's been a lovely marathon so far, and I'm very happy to be able to participate in the RGL block. 1 more experience to the next level. Oh, there's a town. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so unless I find a slime, I'm really not going to care too much about fighting things. So we are hoping for any town that has an armor shop, which is most of them. And this is Cantlin. Shoutouts. Hi. So, yeah, hand axe would be the optimal thing for us to find. Hello. Wow, very nice. Okay, we're going to buy hand axe. This is going swimmingly. So we're also going to buy, I guess, a small shield just for some defense. That's fine. Oh, I said no. You know what? We're not going to buy the small shield. That's okay. There are some other things we can buy that are useful as well. So we're going to go down here. We are going to buy the dragon scale. And then we're just going to go up here and buy some herbs and torches so that we can both see in dark caves and heal. Very important things. We'll eventually learn some healing spells. In fact, we really do want to be able to get the Heal More spell, which is for the Dragon Lord. But for now, that is quite alright. So, 3 torches, 3 herbs, and I'm going to call that good for now. There is another important plot item person in here, but we can't do anything in it right now. So we need to find magical keys to get there. So now, now that we have our hand axe, we're in very good shape here. So you would think that maybe that's not so good that I died there, but you know what? We have no way of restoring our health without using our herbs right now, and I'd like to save them. And hey, look at that. We're 1 experience from the next level. Fantastic. Let's see what we can do. So I think we're just going to see what enemies we can find on the sandy patch over here. So the different tiles have different sort of rates of encounter. The sand tiles have the highest rate, and the plains tiles have the lowest rate. Hey, hand axe hype. Yes, indeed. And with that, I get a level, and I think I'm actually 1 experience away from the next one. But let's see what we pick up here. Oh, 6 power, nice. 6 speed, 13 hit points, 4 MP, and a spell. Radiant, stop spell, and heal more. So this heal more. Unless you're being incredibly silly, you really don't want to... You really don't want to worry about, sentences. We're getting another level. I'm going to interrupt myself here. Hello. Got another 2 power, 1 speed, 12 hit points, 14 MP. No more spells coming in. That is alright. So question in chat, any need for early fairy water? So fairy water can be tossed at enemies and you can do some large damage to them. But because I got the hand axe right away and some decent strength, I'm not really going to worry about it too much right now. I think we're making some good progress right now. So again, the goal of this game to defeat the Dragon Lord. Oh, hey, it's another level. I'm just going to keep interrupting myself here, but they'll come a little. Whoa. 28 hit points. Very nice. And a new spell. Oh, we've got Hurt More. Hi, friends. So remember that hand axe we bought? It's kind of obsolete at the moment. So Hurt More is a very strong spell. It can take out most enemies in 1 hit and the stronger enemies in 2. Unfortunately, I only have 4 MP right now. So, oh, actually that's very convenient. So I was actually looking to go walk down in the swamp to do a death warp. That Hurt More just does the job for me, so fantastic. Right, so Hurt More can do, you know, roughly... It'll do an average, I think, somewhere in the 50s of damage. But there is, of course, a range you can use. So right now what I want to do is actually find a... Ooh, I had an idea. I want to find a big enemy just to get some more experience. The rogue scorpions in here are actually very good for heal more. I didn't see how much, or for hurt more rather. I didn't see how much MP I had, but with 26 there and hurt more costing 5 each, it's very good for me. Holy, I didn't even really notice, but I have 74 HP already. That's quite high as well too. So I have not too many fears right now. We're just gonna use 2 hurt mores just to make this go a little faster. So yeah, we're gonna get another level from that already. Fantastic. So let's see, 1 power, 5 speed, 9 hit points, and another 5 MP, and a new spell, which was Outside, which is not super relevant right now. I cast Hurt. I really didn't mean to. That's okay. I just realized I forgot to put on my dragon scale. So, about weapons in this game. Any of the weapons that you buy that go directly onto your person are your weapons, your shields, and your armor. However, the dragon scale, it gives you 2 defense, but you actually have to remember to put it on in the menu, which sometimes I forget to when I'm doing 50 things at once. So let's see what's on the other side of this hill. Oh my gosh! So we just walked into the back door of the town of Gardenham through the swamp cave. That's a fun feature. So we get 3 free treasure chests right here, so let's see. Found the Stones of Sunlight, that's a plot item, which I really mean to keep talking about. Magic key, that's amazing. And wings. Can I set up a gold grind? I think I'm going to set up a gold grind. I'm really trying to talk about the basics of this game, but this just keeps throwing amazing things at me. So, we're going to set up a gold grind. But first, let's talk about what you need to do to defeat the Dragon Lord. You need to get the Stones of Sunlight, Staff of Rain, and the Erdrick's Token, which we started out with, to get into the Dragon Lord's castle. So, all of those items, they can be found in treasure chests or possibly one of the search spots, which I will get more into a little bit later because we are getting another level here. We've got 7 power, 1 speed, 7 hit points, and 5 magic. So I'm going to do a bit of research here. There is a enemy tile over here, which is a forced encounter right here. What do we have? Golem, that's awful for me to fight, but good to know. I would really like to find one more good fight that I can use my hurt more on just to get the max potential for experience for me. And I'll take that. And you know what? We're actually going to walk right back to the golem spot, but this is perfect for a death warp as well. So let's talk a little bit about the potential gold grind. I'm going to have enough money to buy keys, by the way, so this will be fine for me. I guess I could have just walked back, actually, but you do need to get into here. So, the way the game stores treasure chests, there are 8 treasure chests. There is space for 8 chests in the memory. If you remember, in this room, I'm pointing because it's in this room, there are 3 treasure chests that are always in the memory. So 5 additional treasure chests can be stored without the game sort of not knowing what to do with them. So if you remember, we were just in the town of Garenham, and we opened 3 of them. So we only need to open 2 more chests before it creates sort of an overflow where it doesn't know what to do with the chests, so it just keeps them on the map. This normally wouldn't happen because whenever you go into the overworld, your chests are all reset except for the first 3. However, we didn't go outside, so this is a fancy thing that we can do. So there is some gold. There is a dragon scale. There is more gold. Very good. That's the gold grind. So there is our 9th chest, which is not going to go away because there's no room for it. The game doesn't know what to do with them. This is actually used way back in the day for the vanilla speedruns. If I say back in the day, I'm sure people are still speedrunning it. But so back in the day when we were playing it, you know, on vanilla, you could get 6 to 12 gold per chest. So one of the nice randomizer features was that you can now get a few hundred gold instead. So ideally, we're going to grind up to about 32,000 gold so we can see if the big items are in Cantlin. Now, an important thing is I didn't actually check out all of the shops there just because early on I was more focused on getting my hand axe and it was the first thing I saw. But there's a lot of things we can do at this point now. So just because it's so quick to get the gold grind going, I'm going to do this. So if you've got any donations or announcements to read while I am doing this, go for it.
Alright, we sadly, again, don't have any new donations, but I would like to mention that there are still some incentives coming up that we vote for. One of the ones I want to see achieved is Chip for the Chippendale Rescue Rangers, to get that one done. And there's quite a few prizes, including a Dragon Warrior inspired prize that you could enter into if you donate at least $5.
Prizes are fun. So one thing that definitely does happen with the overflow here is sometimes you get text errors. So as you can see, it said that I found the dragon scale, but then when it said that what I actually picked it up was the cursed belt, you can find some fun things that aren't actually items when it comes to that point. Like you can find like the sword magidrak, the red, and you know, just other things that don't exist. So we're just going to fill up on keys here. It's very important to never run out of keys once you get them, but I got very lucky finding that first one. So we're going to see what's in the basement here behind this secret thing. And it's another cave. I don't really want to walk around in a dark cave just now, but hey look, it's the tablet cave. So the tablet cave in the vanilla game contained Erdrick's tablet. And another important thing for safety right now is it does not have any monsters in it. So it's actually safe enough for me to walk inside rather. And another fun thing, since I have the outside spell, I can use it to get zoomies to come out of here. So it says I found the hand axe, which is not something you can find in chest. But we're going to toss out this cursed belt and obtain the fairy water, which doesn't exactly matter right now, but, you know, we'll take it. It can be used. So we are going to go down to Cantlin. We are going to be very brave and not save, which normally I wouldn't recommend, but it's such a short walk, I think it's okay. And if I happen to die, I would just give up one of the items that I would buy. So we're looking for the silver shield, the magic armor, there's the magic armor, and the flame sword. So very good. There's a shop here behind the door if that soldier would just let us in, please. Excuse me, sir, but, you know, we're on a mission here. So flame sword and silver shield we're looking for, which neither of them are here. I would consider a large shield or a broadsword at this point. Just because I have all this money, I'm not really going to try and save it way too much after this point because deaths will happen for the most part. So let's see. Flame sword, good. And I don't think I saw a shield larger. I don't think I saw a large shield, so I'll just buy the small shield even though it's mostly a waste of time, honestly, because if I just want to buy another shield, that's going to take money to sell it later. So, I said there was a, you know, an advance the plot TM person here. So behind this very painful floor that hurts you for 15 damage per step is this old man, and he's going to give us some coordinates? Maybe. Let's see. Go and search. Oh my gosh, those coordinates! So we have to walk 2 north and 13 east, and we're going to find a search spot. So 2 north, 13 east. I'm just going to use the wings that I have and go over there. So 2 north, excuse me, you know, that's fine. We've got, you know, I think I can actually physically fight this one now that I got the flame sword on me. And that got me another level. We've been doing so much, so it's 24 power. Hello, those are some very big stats. I'm very happy with those. But I'm trying to focus on walking here. So I think we're actually just going to cast the repel spell that I don't have very quickly. We're going to use the fairy water that I have very quickly. I knew I had one of the 2 of them. So 2 north and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And search, and we find the silver harp, which is a quest item. So speaking of quests, how about we go on one? How about we quest? Ah, there's another town already. Very nice. And so this is normally a very good town to find right away because this is the only town you can purchase keys in without already having a key. But since we have our keys, I'm just going to see if we can find the silver shield here. And we do not have the silver shield here. There is one other treasure chest over here, which it does take 2 keys to get to. I'm just going to double check how many I have. I think I will refill on keys on my way out of this town. So we open 2 doors. Or an herb. Not a very good deal, but that's okay. I'm going to quickly stay at the inn here. So as that's running, I'm just going to very quickly jot these down on my map here. So I physically make a map with a pen and a paper when I do this. It's a lot of fun. But I pretty much need it. I am not good at remembering. So I'll just remember here we had the Stones of Sunlight cave there and another cave which was the swamp south. Good stuff. So harp being in the overworld is actually a newer feature. So let's talk a little bit about the search spots. There are 3 search spots in the game. One on the overworld that the man will give you the coordinates for. One in the town of Hawksness, which you have to defeat an enemy for, and one in the town of Cole, which is free. So if you're thinking, but what if the coordinates are like, you know, 60, 70 away? There is a way to be able to find that out. Using the GPS, the Gwaelin positioning system, you can rescue the princess and she will give you an item that will help you count if you're not very good at counting. Like me. Sparko. I got very lucky with that count. Oh, hello! There's a metal slime. It ran away promptly. That makes sense. So it looks like the south is mostly a bit of a dead zone right now, so let's go a little further north and see what we can find. So yeah, as I was saying, there were some new items added to the search spots in the recent version of this. You can now, in addition to finding the Erdrick's armor, which you want to beat the game, Erdrick's token, and the fairy flute, I'm forgetting here a little bit myself. In addition, now on the search spots you can find, let me see if I can get all these right, the silver harp, the Stones of Sunlight, Erdrick's sword, I believe that is it, but I could be forgetting something, honestly, because, again, I was just talking about how bad my memory is. So question, do I use graphing paper? No, I just use a plain old notebook with the lined paper. My maps are nothing fancy. My maps are literally stick figures, and you know what, when I have a second, I'll show you them. I'm not seeing a lot of places I can go here, actually. I'm gonna try going out this way. So fun fact, if you're in the south side of the swamp cave, you can cast outside, and it'll take you to the north entrance just because of how things work. So let's just see what's on this side of the town, actually. There could be a silver shield here, which I am going to keep looking for as long as I have the money. And there's not, but I'll buy a large shield, because if there is no silver shield, the large shield is the second best shield in the game. So we're going to take a quick nap here, and we'll continue on. And if I may, let's see if I can show you my stick figure of a map. See, so you can see the starting castle, the 2 caves on top, and the 2 towns below. It's not very good, but it works for me, and that's all that matters. Alright, so let's see what's the new content here. I'm sort of trying to avoid the swamp, even though I do have healing resources. It still does 1 tile, or it does 1 damage per tile you walk on, but there is a lot of this swamp here. I used the reverse side of a vegetarian receipt. A vegetarian restaurant receipt. Not quite. But you know what? I wouldn't blame you for thinking that. So what else are we looking for here? So there are 2 caves that have 5 chests each in them. They are going to be very good potential for finding any new items that we need. As well, we're looking for the shrine cave to turn in our silver harp to turn that into the staff of rain. If by turn it into, I mean exchange. So I think, honestly, we can fight just about anything right now, which for 20 minutes in is very impressive, actually. So for most of the larger enemies, we are just going to cast Hurt More, but the wizard actually has a very high resistance to Hurt More, so we're not going to bother with that right now. We are going to get this new level. Let's see what we get. So 5 power, 13 speed, 5 hit points, and another 5 MP. That's another Hurt More. Just trying to make sure, you know, I don't leave any land untouched. I'm breaking my rule. I usually go straight to the bridges, but I feel like maybe going this way will be the smart thing to do. So Green Dragon, a lot of the time, will be defeated by Hurt More in 1 hit, but this time it didn't, and that's okay. You're relatively safe. Relatively speaking. I'm always torn between wanting to use a lot of Hurt Mores and, you know, saving my MP for other things, but that's okay for now. Hey, there's another cave. Let's see what we've got down there. Wolflord chanting stop spell. That's very classic. That's what they had in the vanilla version as well. That was a very good part of the speedrun, because it mean you weren't taking damage. So let's see what we have here. This is the Jerk Cave. Why do we call it the Jerk Cave? Because when you talk to him and you don't have exactly what he wants, he's very rude to you. He just tells you to leave. He's not even polite about it. Just like, get out. That Hurt More didn't actually land, so why is Erdrick's sprite like a white mage? Because the randomizer has a bunch of different sprites that you can use. Let's see, we got 4 power, 4 speed, 5 hit points, 3 magic, and another new spell, which I'm not really paying attention to my spells, because honestly, once I find Hurt More and Heal More, I'm not too concerned anymore. So I'm going to definitely have to update my map a little bit here. Just, so starting from Garenham, we go south and over this way, because that Jerk Cave, I probably should have elaborated a little bit, but you need to find the quest items and take them to him, because that will help you create the Rainbow Drop, which will help you create the Rainbow Bridge. Shoutouts to Vani's Newtopia run. And that's how you get to the Dragon Lord's castle. I'm starting to run out of MP here. It might be a little bit scary, but we'll see what I can do. It's also very good experience here. So let's see how this goes. Oh. I'm gonna use a couple of my herbs to heal up here, I think. They can be replenished, but I'd rather keep my spot on the map. Alright, let's take these bridges, see where they take us. Of course, they take us to nothing but swamp. Is this just gonna be... Yeah, it's gonna be the swampland of nothing. Okay. Well, the good news is maybe we're going back to Garenham here, where we can heal up a little bit. But let's see. Don't want to fight very much more. There is a chance we might just have to return home at this point, you know, without actually choosing to return home, but... Yeah, there's not a whole lot of not swamp for me to walk on here, but let's just hug the bottom here. See what we can do. It'll be okay. So our magic armor, it actually is healing us 1 HP per 4 steps we take, which is useful. But Erdrick's armor, oh my gosh, that does everything. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to that town again, so we'll be able to heal up and hopefully stay safe, as long as, you know, nothing gives us a bad surprise. We don't want a bad surprise. Just taking as few swamp tiles as I can, and Garingham should just be, up here somewhere. There you are. Hello, friend. Yeah, just a quick heal here, and we can go back. I should buy herbs there, but I don't. Yeah, you can save in this game just the way as you can in vanilla, which means only when you talk to the king. Alright, oh hey, another cave already. Alright, what do we have here? I'm gonna say it's the grave. Cool. I feel like just, if I'm pointing down, if I'm looking south, it's the grave. So, 3 treasure chests up top here. Found the cursed bell, very nice, Sparko memes. The torch, I really don't need that. And the torch, which, you know, I still don't need that. So, most importantly, we're looking for Erdrick's sword and the armor. And as much as these 2 chests do take some time to get down to the bottom of the grave here, I really don't want to, like, not do it right now, just because, I feel like I should turn over every chest I can while we're out here. There is potential for armor or the sword to be in the Dragonlord's castle. There are chests in there too, but, you know, that's more of a last resort. I mean, if you have to, you have to, but I'd rather cover everything I can on the overworld before. We have really high HP here too. That's very good. I really don't want to bother so much with the lower level enemies. Alright, so 1 chest here. As soon as we can get to it. So hello, it's an armored knight. This is one of the rudest enemies in the game, actually. It has very high agility, so it's really hard to run from it. It has sleep, so it's a little ruder. But as long as we can wake up, there we go. Very good. We can cast a second hurt more. If you're very strong, you might just do 1 attack and 1 hurt more, but I doubt I'm quite that strong yet. But hey, it gave us a level. Let's see what we get. 5 power, 0 agility, 11 hit points, 2 MP, a new spell, and we get some gold, which, again, we're still kind of looking for that silver shield, but who knows. I was Amazon Primed a case of torches. I mean, I could maybe use them at home, but I think in the game I have enough of them. That was a bit of a scary fight. We're definitely going to cast Heal more here. For a little bit more safety. Werewolves are another one of the endgame enemies where a hurt more is not necessarily going to kill them in 1 hit. Sorry, defeat. It's Nintendo and you defeat the enemies. Alright, so down we go again to the bottom floor. The traditional item down here is the silver harp, but because it's randomizer, it could be anything. Hey, armored knight again. So I'd really like to have 6 MP left over, so that I can cast outside and leave the cave very quickly. So you're probably going to see me doing a lot of running from, there's no effect on that. That's very bad. That spell did not cast. So yeah, the spell isn't guaranteed to hit. I'm a little concerned. Can I please wake up? I woke up. Please, let's have the hurt more work right now. I would appreciate that. Well, I have a choice here. I can be risky and not use my heal more and save my MP for outside, which is what I'm doing, which is a bad idea. Never do that. But we're so close to that chest. But it does mean I'm going to be running from a lot of enemies. Hopefully. That's the thing right now. You know, our stats, I don't know what agility means. I don't know what number it is. I don't know if I can run from anything, but I just wanted to get to this chest right here, and we made it. Very good. And at the bottom of the chest, we find the death necklace, which is a very interesting item. So the death necklace in the game, in the vanilla game, all it does is curse you. And what does that mean as I try and fumble through my spells? It just means you can't enter the castle and you have to go get it removed, which you can in a town that exists that we haven't found yet. In this game, you know, we're going to stock up on herbs right away. In Randomizer, it gives you 10 bonus attack power at the cost of 25% of your HP. And honestly, given the fact that we have a lot of health already, that might be a potential for the end of the game. You generally don't want to do that until around 129, 130 HP. Just based on how much damage the Dragon Lord will do at the end of the game. Alright, so I'm just going to go heal up here and explore a little more. As I do, have you got any announcements for us, lovely host?
No announcements currently, but I did have a question about the gold. You are in a very safe spot for gold right now?
Yes, I am. The only item that I would potentially buy at this point would be the silver shield. So pretty much, if I happen to not die, lovely, and I find it, that's good. If I happen to die at this point, I'm not going to bother setting up another gold grind. I'll just keep the large shield, which is the second strongest shield in the game.
So what are you looking for to be able to beat the game, then?
So currently what we're looking for is Erdrick's armor, which is the strongest armor in the game. Essentially, it will make it so Dragon Lord Breath, which, it'll... Dodge, that's bad. It will bring the Dragon Lord's Breath down to a maximum of 48, whereas I believe 82 is the maximum damage without Erdrick's armor. And then we are looking for the Erdrick Sword, which is the most powerful weapon in the game. I believe it puts 40 attack power on top of your base attack, or strength. And then beyond that, we are just looking for the Shrine Cave so I can exchange my Silver Harp. And off the top of my head, I think that's it, actually. Oh, and hey, we're looking for Sherlock Castle, which actually has the Dragon Lord in it.
That's probably a really good thing to be looking for at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, Sparkover Bridge. So there's a lovely thing in our community where there's this person named Sparkover, that's me, who really likes these bridges leading to one tile. And, you know, despite the fact that we already searched our overworld search spot, we're gonna go search it because I feel like that's the proper thing to do right now. Like, you know, that's just the polite thing to do, is this wolf gives me heck on the bridge. How dare. How can one just agility? I don't know how one can agility. But yeah, we searched the tile, so we are dreaming of the seed where the Erdrick's armor is on that single tile on top of the bridge. Haven't found it yet, but one day I'll have that joy. So we're really gonna hope that the hurt more hits here. Very good. Just because if it puts me to sleep, I would have been in trouble anyway. But I will heal up here, so I'm gonna hope that this is another healing town that I saw over here. Could be Hawksness. Whoa, it's the Bridge Extravaganza! And this is the town of Cole. So if you'll remember, this had one search spot, but before we check that, we're going to check for the silver shield here, because we still have our money. And we do not have a silver shield. Alright. So again, sword or armor would be very nice to have here. And we found the sword! Very nice. So yeah, strongest sword in the game now. Let's see, there is one more town that can sell us potentially a silver shield, and there is... Another Sparkover Bridge, another Sparkover... Look at this land! Can we please all appreciate all these bridges? So this is either Breckenry or Hawksness. And this is Breckenry, so this is our very last chance at receiving a silver shield. Hello there, sir. Will you sell me a silver shield? You will not. Okay. So we'll be a little low on defense going into the end of the game, but that's Randomizer. Alright, so moving on. I'm just trying to think of what else there is to find. We haven't found the mountain cave yet, which is another big source of chests. But you know, exploration and whatnot. Right, so just, you know, booping the little enemies that we can. And one thing to keep in mind right now, though, is that since we found all of the towns, anywhere I go out here, we are not going to find a magical healing spot. So in a situation like this, I kind of do want to be a little more careful for sure, with regards to, you know, just sort of how I navigate and use my resources. But I say that, we're gonna jump into the swamp. It's not a very big swamp. Thankfully. I always wonder how it's so hard to find the Sherlock Castle sometimes when it's so big. But look, another cave, so it's either Mountain Cave or the Shrine Cave. Fantastic. So we're gonna talk to this lovely friend here. He's gonna say, hey, if you bring me the harp, I'll give you the Staff of Rain. And so now I'm just gonna double check we've got the token, the staff, and the stones, which means we are able to make the rainbow drop. So question in chat, no Cantlin? No, Cantlin does exist. It doesn't have a silver shield. Oh, and there's another cave over there. Fantastic. So Mountain Cave is a nice, small, cozy cave. Got 5 treasure chests. And it's also got some enemies. I guess I could have used a torch actually to get rid of some items in my inventory, but that's okay. How dare this droll attack me? I believe 3,000 will be my next experience. So the experience of this is played at 75% of what is necessary in the original. Let's see, we found the torch. Again, we don't want it. So pretty much, if I find Erdrick's armor, I can just leave and not worry about any other treasure chests, which is kind of nice. We'll see. Fairy Flute, which is not a necessary item, but it's nice to have. So the Fairy Flute works on exactly one enemy, which is the Golem, and it puts it to sleep for an undetermined amount of turns. Could be useful. We do know that the enemy in the Swamp Cave is the Golem, which we're probably not going to do our final grind on, but you never know. What if everything's a Golem? That's always my question in life. What if everything is a Golem? So these Armored Knights are definitely, you know, they're buggers with their sleep and whatnot, but as long as I keep my health high, I think the best thing I can really just do is try and power through them with Hurtmores. I really should check my attack power though at some point, but honestly, just because I know they have sleep, I'd kind of just like to avoid trying to attack them normally. So let's see, 1 power, 0 agility, 1 hit point, 1 MP. That's a little baby level. Hello, you're a cutie. No, who's not a cutie? This Armored Knight. I'm gonna play the brave game of 2 Hurtmores again, since I sure didn't heal myself up like a smart warrior should have. But we made it. Definitely am healing after this. We're gonna use the big MP and cast a heal more, because that'll take us right up there. I'm curious if 117 is my max health at this point or not. Because again, thinking about stats for fighting the Dragon Lord. Oh, Fighter's Ring. Very nice bonus. Thinking about stats for fighting the Dragon Lord, I definitely do have a chance to use that Death Necklace, potentially. So the Fighter's Ring is a lot like the Dragon Scale. You must equip it yourself. It gives you 2 strength. In the vanilla game, it's supposed to give you 2 strength, and it doesn't give you anything. I'm gonna try and be a little bit safer now and maybe run from a few Armored Knights, but running from them is a lot easier said than done, especially when they have sleep, so it might not be a smart decision. So our last chest here, we find gold, so we still have Hawksness to find.
So, how much health ideally would you like for the final boss?
Pretty much, if you just math it out, the Dragon Lord's, Dragon Lord can do a maximum of 48 under optimal circumstances. If your defense is lower, there's a bit of shenanigans with that. But pretty much 97 is what seems to be considered, you know, the safer number, because then you can definitely survive your 48 for 1 hit and get an attack in before you have to heal. If you have more, that's great. So that's why with the 25% off for the Death Necklace, you want to have around I think it's 129 in this version, just due to how the rounding works, even though I believe it used to be 130 back in the day. And have we gotten our namesake bridge yet? Oh my gosh, yes. We found Sparkover Bridge land. There were a lot of them at once. So I think I went up before and I didn't go all the way down, so we're just looking for that now. Again, we're looking for the town of Hawksness, and other than that, we are just looking to grind and be ready to go fight the Dragon Lord. But where do we fight the Dragon Lord is still the question on everyone's mind. I mean, we know it's in the castle, but we haven't seen that castle yet, and I have concerns. We are also definitely going to have to detour to get to back to the Jerk Cave so we can make our rainbow drop. A little in danger right now as far as maybe dying, but honestly being sent home wouldn't be too bad a thing, just because it takes us back to the area where we were before, and it's not too far to get right back into Garenham in the Jerk Cave. Now are you Hawksness? This is the worst possible time to find Hawksness. I have no MP, I have no HP, but we're gonna do some research and see what happens, because as I was just saying, going home is fine. So, you know, we're just gonna use all the herbs we can, see what happens. I know I'm up to at least 117. 127, wow, is that my max then? Very nice. Okay, what happens? Axe Knight is a very good thing. So the Axe Knight will very often die in 1 hurt more, but it'll die in like 3 swings of my attack here. So yeah, very good stuff here. And here's our final search spot, and I believe our final item that's not in Sherlock Castle, and we find nothing. Okay then. That's how the game is. So hi. Remember all those big zoomies we did? Our armor is in Sherlock Castle, isn't it? I'm just gonna mentally go over all these chests again. But yeah, it's that's a bit of an issue. So I really would like to find Sherlock Castle before I go to the Jerk Cave. So if you'll see that dragon just did 70 damage to me, that was Dragon Lord Breath, and that was unpleasant. The question, chat, is the world map also randomized? Yes, it is. I have no idea where I'm going, and this is normal. I might die at any time here, and I'm just going to accept that. I'll fight what fights I think I can, but it's a bit of a concern. But hey, through all this concern, we actually found a new level. Let's see. 4 power, 9 speed, 2 more hit points, 11 magic. Those 2 hit points, I believe, are going to give me the Death Necklace happiness. A little metal slime friend here. So metal slimes are very likely to run from you, but if you're very lucky, you can defeat one for a lot of experience. However, not only are they likely to run from you, you're also very not likely to hit them because their agility is quite high. But, you know, I'm tempted. We're just gonna sit here and mash this button a few times. It still hasn't run yet, which is very nice. This is a friendly metal slime. It's super friendly. It's slowly defeating me, but there we go. I got the 3rd hit on it. Fantastic. 255 experience and a dead end, but you know what? I'm okay with this. This is fine. And another one. I don't know if this is a good idea, but again, I did say I would accept death if I had to. We still do need to find Sherlock Castle, but pretty much what the rest of this run is going to look like is going to be find the castle, go into the castle, get the armor, leave, and then come back and fight the Dragon Lord. With some grinding in the middle, which will really just depend on what stats we need to win the game. This could kill me. This, I don't think I can win now. And it ran! Oh my gosh, that is a precious little baby. That metal slime is a very good friend. It didn't actually want to defeat me. It was just playing. I am on the verge of being defeated here. But I am being so stubborn and still looking. I probably have some herbs left, right? You know what, let's just use our 2 herbs. We're gonna be going through Garenham, so that's okay. That was the fight of the century there. I have never had a better metal slime fight than that. That was just all amusement. So we've reached another dead end here. So yeah, I'm really just going everywhere I can. So the Sherlock Castle, also known as the Big C, literally looks like a big sea. It's like a castle with a swamp around it, with a moat around it, with a wall around it. And of course a little entranceway for you to, you know, build your bridge. The Dragon Lord really didn't want to be defeated. Then why did he build that door? And the answer is, of course, the Dragon Lord can go outside and frolic. I can risk defeating this one, and I did. I did in 1 hit. Very good. We're getting so many encounters on this, on these tiles here, which is to be expected. That is okay. So again, just doing all these explorations I can. For anyone who wasn't around before, we're about to see Sparko Bridge land here, and we actually found our town where I can go heal, so that's very nice. Unless we have to try and run from this. I have no way of defeating it, so we're just gonna try and run. If we're defeated, it's not the worst thing ever, and I believe, well, I was about to say this is where I should be defeated, but this is where I'm defeated. Let's go back home. This is fine. So how much is randomized in this game? There are a lot of options. Not everything is actually randomized as I'm playing this right now, but pretty much in this, the world map is probably the biggest thing. Your stats are randomized, the treasure chests are randomized. Towns are randomized, like what equipment they sell inside them. And oh, another metal friend. When you learn your spells is randomized. There are further options for randomizing weapon prices, enemy stats, which was traditionally called Chaos Mode. I think they've maybe moved a little away from that, but either way, that exists. Oh hey, another nice metal slime kill, very good. I just prefer not to play with that so much, but some people really do enjoy it. So I am just doing one more little run around the original island here, just to make sure that I haven't missed a little spot. Sometimes when you're navigating, there's this like one tile little world away. It's like you just miss the one tile and you miss the very important piece of information you need. So let's try not to do that. I know there are metal slimes in the area, but I'm just going to cast Repel. We're getting a lot of little enemies right here that I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this first island area here is pretty small, actually. Well, let's see. Alright, yeah, this is a tiny first island, so go through here and do a few zoomies. So the way that you get the Staff of Rain is not randomized. You exchange the Silver Harp for it, but where the Silver Harp is randomized. So now that we're here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do our little backtracking and go get the rainbow drop since we're in the area. We're in the area, and that makes sense. So in this, the key items can spawn pretty much anywhere, I believe, now in this current version. There have been some changes over time, but with this current version, I'm pretty sure pretty much any item can be found pretty much anywhere, for as far as key items go, because any of them can be in the search spots or a treasure chest, so yeah. Makes it interesting, because it used to just be a small pool of items could only be in the search spots.
This game is very not lenient on how many monsters it throws at you.
Yeah, and like even sometimes when you're walking on the forest tiles like this thinking, oh yeah, I shouldn't have that many encounters, they still come out and throw themselves at you. Alright, doing a big heal here. We don't really need to save resources too much right now, just because I plan on going to heal again right when I'm done this. This is just a little, one more chore. Here we are seeing our friend the jerk. I should be nice to him. But then if I just talk to him, he's like, go away. And I'm like, oh, darn. Kinda mean. I'm just gonna make one little last comb of this overworld here. I'm pretty sure I haven't gone east from Garnham yet, which is most likely, I think, where the potential for Sherlock to be is, but sometimes my navigation gets the better of me, or therefore lack of. We'll give this a go. Still fight whatever enemies I can. Again, we're going to be healing in a moment, so that's definitely okay. And what's not okay is my Hurt More spell missing. Very rude. That's okay, though. It honestly is okay. We are pretty strong as it is. One thing we're going to want to make sure to do is check the defense power right before we defeat the Dragon Lord. So I had mentioned before that it can only do up to 48 damage in Dragon Lord Breath. However, its physical attack can exceed that if your defense is lower than 86. We got Dragon Lord Breathed, so, you know, we're going home. That's not a big deal, honestly. It's about the same, almost, just because, again, we have the Swamp Cave right here with us, and the town of Garenham is where we're coming out from in the little back zone there, so doesn't really hurt. And
So potentially...
Go ahead.
Potentially, where would the castle be at this point?
Well, I'm hoping it's to the east here, because I believe this is the only direction that I haven't really looked at. But, I mean, you know, as I was saying before, there's always a chance that I've made a mistake and missed, like, you know, the one tile to the miracle spot. And I'm not kidding when I say that. I've missed that a few times. But, I mean, there's... Oh, no, that's not it. I was about to say that thing just to the east of me could be it, but then I'm like, no, I need the moat. I need the wall. But I'm really hoping it's somewhere out here. All these twists and turns are making me nervous. I could have done some bad navigation, but I did navigate my way into another metal slime, so, you know, that's always promising. And we hit it twice and have a chance. And we got it a third time. Very nice. The seed is being so kind to me, I can forgive it for having me not find the Dragon Lord right away. So let's see, 2 power, 1 speed, 4 hit points, 8 magic, and I seem to remember us having been at the 127 HP before, so I think we are at good Death Necklace potential right now. Alright, so it's... Oh, there we are! There's our Sherlock Castle. You can see the wall right on the bottom there. So yeah, we're going to do a dive for the armor. So if anyone has any rainbow emotes in chat, feel free to pull them out, because we are putting the rainbow drop towards the sky and building a beautiful rainbow bridge. Spoilers, the bridge isn't actually colored like a rainbow. So, Sherlock Castle. We're going to be making 2 descents of this, just because we're going to be using resources on the way down this time. So don't get too excited when we, you know, you're usually only doing this once, but if you have the armor down here, you are most likely having to walk down here twice because of all the damage you'll be taking and resources you need to get yourself down there. So I'm going to be a little bit selective with the enemies that I fight. Just because I really want to get to the bottom of this. So again, these tiles here do 15 damage per step. So we have to be very careful. These tiles also, you don't get any damage taken from them when you have the Erdrick's armor. So that's one reason it's very important. We're going to have a lot of heal mores to use, and that's no good. How many torches do I have now? I have 2 torches, so I'm going to do that. So, Sherlock Castle, there are 6 chests in the very bottom floor. And then 1 chest, which is the vanilla sword chest, which is all by itself, which, technically, if you know something's there, it's better to go to it first. But if you don't know what's there, you're gambling. So, friends in chat, if you want to put in any guesses as to which chest this might be in, you've got a row of 1, a row of 2, and a row of 3 on the bottom floor, or the vanilla sword chest. And we're looking for this armor. So yeah, put your guesses in chat and we can see where it'll show up. If you win, you get a virtual high five from me. Except I might not actually high five my camera, but you know. You get my congrats.
If you win, you get a cookie.
Oh, very nice. I actually make cookies for my friends. I don't want to say often, but here and there. This blue dragon's being a jerk. Sorry, go ahead.
What kind of cookies do you make?
All kinds of them, really. I'm going to heal up a little. In fact, I'm going to use herbs for this because we can definitely replenish those when we get back to the other town. Chocolate chip is usually a go-to and a classic. I love making ginger snaps because, like, spicy and good. But really, I'll make all kinds of them. I've been known to make cookies and take them to friends at GDQs, and I hope to be able to do that again in the future sometime, because I miss friends and cookies. If this Armor Knight puts me to sleep right away, this could be bad, and of course it did that. I'm a little concerned about this one. This is a very bad enemy to have in Sherlock Castle here. If we wake up, I'm gonna heal right away. And probably just keep trying to run from it, honestly, and hoping for the best. It's bad. Again, they're very hard to run from, and if your agility is lower, in theory it's harder to run from things. I'm gonna make one more go on this run, and we made it. Fantastic. I'm gonna use a few more herbs to heal up. I'm really trying to save my MP because I know that the Armored Knights are here. And if... Uh-oh, the Wolves of Sleep too. That's not quite as bad. Pretty much, the herbs are not going to be able to do a whole lot in battle, so I'd rather save my heal mores for battle. When we've got these sleepy friends here. But they're not really friends. So, definitely going to heal again here. But it puts me to sleep again because it's rude. And we ran again. Very nice. And of course we found it again on the next step. Sometimes these Sherlock encounters are quite rude. I mean, I don't even look forward to this when I do have the armor. I mean, you are still in trouble for sleep. Nothing can undo sleep other than landing stop spell on them, but when you're doing your final descent, you don't want to worry about that. I could die here. I'm alive. Gonna do a heal more. This is a very bad, floor we're having right here. But we managed to run. Very good. All right, scoot, 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 scoot. Get out of this floor. That floor is haunted. Just 2 more floors here now to the very end. I'm kind of curious what my agility is. Just for, you know, science. And again, we have another Armored Knight with sleep. Why? Why would you do that? Because they're mean. I'm gonna heal up with my last herb here. Yeah, this is a very unfriendly Sherlock we've got here, and it's only because of the Armored Knights with the sleep, just because they hit hard, they're very difficult to run from, and of course when they put you to sleep, that's very bad. But last dark floor here. Straight that way, and we're into the light. So red dragons here, another enemy that's incredibly hard to run from. These and the Armored Knights have the highest agility in the game. Now, red dragons having hurt, that's very cute, because with the magic armor and Erdrick's armor, you're only going to have, it's only going to do a small amount of damage to you, so that's actually quite good. Alright, friends, let's see what's in here. I usually vote on middle for the armor, so I'm going to open this one first. But there's a red dragon guarding it. Rude. Can you please stop that? Though I'm very happy with its hurt spell. I really could fight it, but come on, let's see what we've got here. Found an herb. That's decent. I even could use it right now. Found the key. The top chest. Found an herb. Bottom row now, there's a fairy water. And there's the Erdrick's armor. Fantastic. So, I honestly kind of feel like doing a death warp is probably the best thing to do, but I also kind of want to just check out my stats and see what it's like as far as, you know, fighting the Dragon Lord, seeing how close we are to that. So I'm definitely going to fight this red dragon. Again, if we happen to die on the way, it's not terrible. Just because we're so close to the nearest healing town either way, like, we would either have to walk back to Garenham or do the death warp and go through the swamp cave to it. Oh, they also have heal. That's kind of mean, but we could get our way through this. Yeah, I think on this hit I'll get it. Very good. Red dragons are also 255 experience, but that's not quite as easy as the metal slime, is it? Right, so let's see. Got 121 attack power, 86 MP. We're not quite there yet. I'm just going to hang out on this bottom floor and fight enemies until I can no longer fight enemies. I mean, especially with the red dragons being mostly kind, that's very good. So let's talk a little bit about spells here. So when an enemy has a spell, it has either a 25%, 50%, or a 75% chance to cast it. So ideally, if you have a very strong enemy, you want it to have like a 75% chance to cast Hurt or Stop Spell, something nice like that. So Stop Spell, as it does, it stops your spell. When you have Erdrick's armor, you cannot be Stop Spelled, so it's essentially a free move for you. Hi, you're not a friend. You're the Armored Knight, but we are going to try and defeat it. And we did, very good. So one last little piece of fun that we're going to have, hopefully, is we are going to do our research and see what's in the final mini boss spot. So in Cantlin, or rather guarding Cantlin in the vanilla game, there was a golem. The only one golem in the game that you would ever see. That mini boss spot has been moved into Sherlock Castle as a forced encounter in front of the Dragon Lord. But instead of it being just a golem, it could be a golem, but it could be a red dragon, armored knight, axe knight, blue dragon. So, I mean, if you happen to be down here and just, you know, defeating enemies, leveling up, a good thing to do your research. Our next level is at 7,500 experience. The red dragon is definitely going to help us a lot if we can get a few of those there. Armored Knight, not so much. Again, we're just going to do an attack and a hurt more and hope for the best, just because if I have my one heal more, it's not going to take me very far in a battle like this, honestly. It all comes down to sleep luck. And unfortunately, we are a little bit unlucky with that, so we need to survive this, wake up immediately, and we don't, so we go home. So we don't get to find out what the mini-boss is, but that's okay. Alright, that's fine. That really is fine. So 641 to the next level. I think what I'm going to do now is we're just going to go to that golem in the swamp cave here and just get the last few levels from that, just because if the next level is the one that we want, it's going to be a super zoomy time for us. And if it's not, I think I'll go over to Hawksness and do some leveling there, because the Axe Knight will give us a very fast level to the next one. So I'm fighting all these little enemies too, just to help us along. This Rogue Scorpion is quite good for this, actually. Like, pretty much my goal was to only need to fight 2 golems by the time we got here, so we'll see. Either way, we're close enough. So hello, Golem. We don't know if the Golem has any, like, superpowers or anything, but it has sleep, which is very bad. Alright, Golem, I get it. So we're going to use Stop Spell if I only knew how to get to my spell menu. There we go. And hopefully make it so the spell is blocked. So now what happens? It casts sleep on me. It's just a free turn for me because the spell has been blocked. And again, if this is a 75% chance of it casting sleep, that's very good for me because it's just going to keep giving me free turns and I have to spend less time worrying about healing. That's very nice. Let's get our next level in a zoomy fashion. Very nice. Based on what I'm seeing right now, it could definitely be a 75% chance. We'll see how this goes. Oh, excellent move. Very good. Alright, so as I'm getting my last little bit of experience in going to the town here, you have any announcements for us at all?
Not at the moment. Let me check real quick. Let me check the donations. No new donations currently. However, my hosting shift is about to come to an end, so thank you so much for SpeedGaming for having me, and good luck on the rest of your run, Sparko.
Why, thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Have a great night.
Take care. So I'm just trying to get the last little bit of experience here, and I've been given little baby enemies. There we go. There's a non-babby. Non-babby means we'll get the level. So we are in go mode item-wise, but we are in grind mode too. But let's see what we get here. I'll look at my stats of this after. 16 power, I think we're probably good. Let's just take a look here. 137 attack power. We're gonna do some zoomies. We're gonna do the zoomiest of zoomies. We're just gonna fill up on herbs. There are some days where I wouldn't worry so much about them. But just because we know that those armored knights are there and very rude, I don't want to risk anything. So the way that I'm going to work this is, you really don't want to use any MP going down to fight the Dragon Lord, like on the descent. I should have cast Repel before I stayed there, but that's okay. You don't want to use any MP on the way down to the Dragon Lord just because you normally want to save it for the fight. But I do have an extra option because I have the Death Necklace and I can very safely use it. If I need to use a few heal mores and sort of use a little more MP than I would potentially want for the fight, I can toss on the Death Necklace and it can be pretty safe for me. So that's very good to know on my end. So yeah, I like this. I get to take this little lovely bridge path. And yeah, there is definitely a lot of sleep in this seed. A lot of the enemies have it. And unfortunately, one of our Sherlock enemies have it. So, you know, despite the fact that our stats look very good, the walk down could still be a little bit risky. But let me just take a moment here. See how much MP I have when I get into the fight. 87? Ooh, I'm slightly below average, which is okay. I just really don't have much to spare. So pretty much, with the Death Necklace, I've got like 2 heal mores of wiggle room. 1, 2. It could be a little bit risky, but you know what? If it is, that's okay. This might mean we need to pull out the old calculator. Let's look at my defense, actually. 75? Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I really don't want to play it. I do not want to be lower on heal mores since my defense is so low, because the Dragon Lord's going to be able to give me some really big punches, and I don't want to deal with that. So based on that, actually, I would rather not use the Death Necklace at all possible, because again, lower HP and the Dragon Lord being able to do more damage than usual, that's very risky. So I think my health is in the 140s, so that consoles me a bit, yeah, but, I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes. But again, yeah, I would rather not use that Death Necklace. And yeah, wearing something called the Death Necklace sounds like a bad idea. Why would you do that? Because heroes have to make sacrifices sometimes. So hey friends, we're in the Armored Knight zone. No wonder we're also not running from them quite as well, because our our agility is so low, which does tie into the defense, by the way. But this is not going to be good. This is not going to be a good descent here. So what I am definitely going to do is if I die on the way down here, I'm just going to save, and then we'll have a nice little reset point, because this is not turning out well. This is not turning out at all. That was very dangerous, and now I need to use herbs. And that was like 3 steps into this first floor with the Armored Knights. We're in for a rough road here, folks. And look, it's Golem with sleep. The good news is Golem is easier to run from. The bad news is they still hit very hard. Oh look, and he put me to sleep anyway. I have concerns. We are going to go super safety here. We're going to play the Fairy Flute. So, Sour please. Fairy Flute puts Golem to sleep. And when an enemy is asleep, you are guaranteed to run from them. So easy enough that way. I am in a very awkward zone of I want to use herbs, but I don't, because I really do need to get to the bottom floor, and how to ration them is very difficult to decide. Hey look, the wolf is asleep too. It's the sleep castle. Ah, Sleep Lock, the worst castle in the game. My only concern is if I do use the Death Necklace, I haven't saved recently, so I'm very committed to it at that point. So I'd really, really rather not use it. So this is our last big floor. If you remember last time, this is the floor where we had that giant Armored Knight fiasco. And relatively clean this time. Hello, RNG. Sometimes you are kind to us. Sometimes you are not. There's one, and we got our health way up to the top at least, so that helps. I still have concerns. Alright, that was a nice one. Ooh, Golem, please stop though. Please, with your sleeping. We are gonna play this super safe. Like, when we wake up, thank you, we're gonna use the Fairy Flute. I have huge concerns at this point. But guaranteed run. We have 1 herb left. This is bad. This is incredibly bad. We are in a lot of danger, and I'm still too stubborn to use a heal more at this point. So red dragons, again, if they... Oh, this is danger. Oh my gosh. Well, I can budget for a couple heals, which is good news. Because heal more costs 8. So, you know, math. I could actually budget for 1 more. But I'm stubborn. Ideally, this red dragon is just gonna cast hurt until we can run from it, but the physical attacks, ooh. Am I dead? I'm dead. Okay. Okay. Take 2, but now we get to save. We're gonna mash through that. Now, if I happen to use the death necklace, I have a safety. Oops, which is good. Yeah, there are 2 there are 2 in the treasury, but the only problem is walking up to it is kind of dangerous too. I'm not sure what would be better or worse. Yeah, the fun police are definitely living up to their name. So the red dragons in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community are known as the fun police, because, you know, when you're having fun, they show up and are like, no, none of that. Alright, so take 2. Now we have a safety save point at least, and I cast Repel on the way because that can help, so... Fewer small encounters. There's still going to be some big ones, and we know the big ones have sleep, but that's okay. We're a strong warrior. We know what we're doing, usually. I believe in us. Alright, so back in we go. Take 2. The final descent. Hopefully. So what do we remember? Use the fairy flute on Golem no matter what, because our agility is nothing. I can debate on whether or not I believe agility actually does anything at all in the first place, but technically it's supposed to. I don't have a torch, but it's kind of okay. Because again, because the math, I can use Radiant here. I do know how to walk through the castle in the dark, but I feel like for the marathon, I'm not going to do that just because if I happen to get lost, it's a little bad. But this time though, this time I can commit to using a heal more or 2 if I really want to. It's gonna be a bit of a rough fight no matter what, I think. I think with Death Necklace, it's still gonna be a worse fight, but... You know, at that point, I'd rather try the fight than, you know, not have a chance at least. We find the golem, we find the fairy flute. I'm just being very careful with the menuing. I do not want to hit Death Necklace by accident to fairy flute. Just because you can equip the Death Necklace in-game, or rather in battle. That's dangerous. Hello, werewolf. Can you please let me go? Wow, even the werewolf is not letting me go. I think it's time for a safety herb. I didn't buy herbs. Oh, we're in a world of trouble. Oh my gosh. Hi. We chalk it up to marathon nerves? I don't know. Very nice. Got away from that again. First try running is, of course, ideal. Back attack is not ideal. That's the opposite of ideal. So I guess I might use a heal more at some point, and it'll be awful. But we're gonna use a heal right now because I'm greedy. A little too greedy. I am in trouble. This is an awful Sherlock Castle. Alright folks, we're using the heal more. Using the heal more that I really don't want to use. And way too high up on the floor, too. Like, I guess that is the last big floor, but still. It's, there are some concerns. I would allow myself to use one more heal more, but it's kind of scary. This is also definitely going to be a Dragon Lord fight where we pull out the calculator. Some fights you can be very confident on. Some other fights it's like, no, this might be a nail biter. Very nice running from that. Using the fairy flute again. Sour, please. That's just me getting ready to pull out my calculator for the final fight. In hopes that we get there, of course. There are still complications with getting down to the bottom floor. Or rather, getting across the bottom floor. We got to the bottom floor, but hi. Oh, thank you, we ran. No, Vani, I don't want to be happy I'm in danger. Please, thank you. It let me run. So if I am like above 100 health, I will definitely not use my heal more. But could get kind of risky here, as we already know. Please. Oh, this is looking kind of bad. I guess if I wake up, I have to heal. Out of obligation. Please let me run. This is terrible. This is all kinds of terrible. For the very nice beginning we had, this is an awful Sherlock Castle. Please wake up. I can't even heal here. No, we're dead, so we're resetting. My gosh. That was a very, very bad fight to finish off too. We are gonna remember to buy herbs this time though, for sure. Go away, Warlock. No one likes your style. Alright, just do a little alley-oop there. We are buying our herbs because we need to, and it's important. And we're gonna buy a torch. 1, 2... You can carry a max of 6 of these, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 torch for good luck. Or rather, to light the way. I think we're past the point of luck here. Again, we're going to cast Repel. Alright, so the good news is I've got herbs. The bad news is we still have to deal with Sherlock Castle. But hopefully this will be the last time. So I could grind to level 16, but the problem is we are faced with an enemy that's really difficult to run from that has the sleep spell, which, I mean, some amount of stats could help with that to a certain point, but for the most part, relying on agility for what you need to do, I don't like that. Getting a little more MP for healing could potentially help, but at the end of the day, it's an armored knight with sleep, which is kind of awful. And yeah, the AK-47s are definitely our final boss today. Dragon Lord hopefully will be easy after that. To be fair, the Dragon Lord is very consistent. So it's got that going for him. Just enjoy these first little floors while we can. My nose is itchy, how dare. Okay, the Star Wyvern, can you please let me go? So this is the White Mage sprite. The randomizer lets you have many different customized sprites that you can use. It's really neat. My favorite is usually Wario. The Dragon Warrior 4 heroine is also, she's the best. She's super cute. And yeah, it is just the hero for this one. In Dragon Warrior 2, they introduced some parties. 50,000 bears if I can tell you my agility. Is it 77? Ah, it's 71. I guess I don't get... What happens to the 50,000 bears now, though, is my question. Alright, we have entered the bad zone. No, I don't want the bears to explode. That is an awful alternative to the bears not exploding. I can't believe Ant would say that to me. I might go cry instead of finishing my run. That's not true, I won't. To anyone who doesn't know me, I like bears a lot. They're very good. Exactly, Dragon Wario Randomizer. It just works in the title, the Wario sprite. Look at that bear. Look at that good bear in chat. No, there are seriously so many good sprites in the randomizer now. Like, it pretty much just mostly started with alternate Dragon Warrior characters, moved along to like Final Fantasy characters, and there have actually been a lot of them added over the last little while. The White Mage sprite is why I'm having so much trouble. Very, very possible. So to be fair, not to curse myself, but this has been a very nice walk through the castle. Can we take a moment here to appreciate, you know, how RNG just works and doesn't work sometimes? Like, look, first run on that one. We haven't used a single herb on the way down. This is how the game works, and it's mean. Sometimes. Alright, so our forced encounter mini-boss is going to be at that little open door right over here. And it's the Armored Knight, which I'm not a big fan of. What do? I'm gonna go for the stop spell, honestly. And of course it had no effect. I'm gonna go for it again. There we go. So now if it casts sleep, I will not fall asleep. Which is about the best thing that I can ask for at this point. And then as long as we, you know, nothing terrible happens, which it didn't, we can just use herbs to heal up over here. So that'll get us to our max health. All right. So the Dragon Lord is going to ask you if you want to split half the world. If you do that, your game locks up and you can't do anything, so we have to say no. So we do a little bit of a dance here. The Dragon Lord is going to either hurt more, which is bad, attack me, which isn't great, or use stop spell, which is good. So we're going to do a little dance where I am just going to use herbs until the Dragon Lord casts stop spell and hopefully get into the second form, spoiler alert, with full health, but this Dragon Lord's being a little bit of a jerk, so we're gonna take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Alright, at least attacks her. They're whatever. Alright, so we defeated the Dragon Lord, yay! Oh wait, there's a final form. So I'm gonna do some math on my calculator in front of me here. So let's see, 16, so the Dragon Lord can do, or rather can have, 150 to 165 health. And we have to remember that our defense is so low that the Dragon Lord can do more damage to us than usual. There is a 50, which is rare to see. I don't remember exactly what my defense was. I might fear 51 as a number. But we'll see how this goes. A lot of this is just going to be very straightforward. Attack, heal, attack, heal. So far, we've done 71 damage. We're in very good spot right now, I think. And yeah, as said in chat, saying yes begins the plot line of Dragon Quest Builders, which is actually a pretty neat thing. 50A we're definitely going to be safe at. We've done 94 damage so far, about 50, 60-ish to go. And there's a 28, see? Can still do little baby hits. So 108 damage done, 47 is definitely a heal. So far, we definitely don't need to do anything risky, so that's very nice. And 18 is a big, big hit. That's very good. And at 62 HP, we're safe again, so we'll swing again for 14. Our very high HP is definitely helping us here. There's a physical for 48. That is normal. So we've done 150 damage so far. Our next attack potentially could kill him, but we want to be safe and very sure and finish this run, you know, very strong. So let's do that for 13 damage, and it did defeat him. We have found the ball of light. Across the land. Spreads the brilliance of the light, blah, 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 blah. We just want to cast Return and go home. So you cast Return, go talk to the king, and we are just about done here. Just talk to the king. Time ends after a little bit of talking over here. You have to ask if we take the place, and then we say, nope, we're going on adventure and time. And thus the tale comes to an end. Fantastic. So yeah, this was Dragon Warrior Randomizer. I'm Sparkover. Thanks for having me on the event. This was a lot of fun to play. And we look forward to the next runs. My apologies, I know Infinite Mystery is up next. Shoutouts to our GL crew. I don't remember what game he's playing though, I'm so sorry. But it should be a good time. And there was a question in chat, did I do any commentating for the Randomizer tourney, I'm assuming? I definitely did. But yeah. Thank you so much, friends. It was lovely to be here, and let's look forward to some lovely new speedruns.
Hey, great job, Spark.
Oh, hi! Hello!
Hi! How are you?
I'm great.
I
How are
snuck
you
in
doing?
here as your host.
Oh, hello. We have a lovely new host. Shoutouts.
Hey, this is Anthole stepping in for hosting duties here at SpeedGaming Live Marathon. Thank you very much for that Dragon Warrior run, Spark. And up next, we do have Infinite Mystery with Mickey Mousecapades.
Nice.
So make sure you stick around for that. Don't forget, you can get those donations in to SpeedGaming, as well as sharing your thoughts on what next year's tournament should be. That's... If you type !donate, you can see information on donations for next year's SpeedGaming Live tournament, including merchandise purchases for Matcherino. So make sure you type that in and stick around for more great marathon action.